Welcome to the Ronald McDonald house that's about to open its doors here in Orange, New South Wales. Come on in. Up on the right, you'll see Rebecca Walsh, the executive officer for the house, having a quiet moment with her friend Ollie. She's just given a tour for over 50 quilting volunteers, and we're excited to show you all the quilts that we've managed to accomplish and actually get on the beds for the first 8 rooms of the house. This is the common area when families first check in. Notice there's not an actual reception desk. They wanted to keep it more family friendly, like home. This is the main common area, and it's all green, environmentally built. So all the windows are double pane glass. And at any one point here in the room, if a parent is sitting having a cup of coffee, they have visibility to their children, whether they're in the play area here, in the covered area, in the outdoor back area, in the kitchen, or even over here off to the left in the teenage room with the computers where they can do their homework or play computer games. We've also got the toddler playground indoors, so even if the weather is awful, they can still be outside. And here in Orange, the weather is definitely, it can get cold at night in the winter. But again, we love how bright and open it is. And the teddy bear picnic painting we think is very cute. Lots to see on that. And the swimming baby painting by a local volunteer. So now we're walking through, this is the heart of the house. And notice there's a large dining area because the philosophy here at the Ronald McDonald house is that everyone stays in a communal area. They don't want families getting isolated in their rooms because it's a very stressful time what they're going through with their children undergoing treatment over at the hospital. So they want to make sure that all the families can stay together, and normally once a week they have local businesses or Rotary clubs volunteer to come and make dinner for the families. So once a week the families don't even have to worry about making dinner. They just show up at 6 o'clock on a Wednesday and have a nice group dinner, which is a very positive thing to do for the families. Notice the fully fenced in outdoor patio and grass area behind us. To our left is the outdoor grassy patio area. And as we walk past it, down the hallway, we'll walk to the first wing of the house, where the first 4 rooms are located. And you'll notice that the windows are on different levels on each side of the house, so for the little people can look out the window, taller people can look out the windows, and in between. So here's the first few rooms of the house. We'll take you in so you can actually see what they look like. And notice there is good security here, so everyone is safe and comfortable. This is the Christmas room. And you'll notice that there's a parent bed in each room. This is one of the standard rooms. There's 2 treble beds and 2 twin-size beds in each room. So it can sleep up to a family of 5 while they're here with their families over at the hospital. So these are the first set of quilts. Let's come to the next room and see what theme we have. We thought it'd be more family-friendly and kid-friendly, especially having different themes in the different rooms. Gives them something to look forward to. Some of these families are here for years for various treatments, so we wanted to make it as bright and happy as possible. I bet you can guess what the name of this room is. This is the Rainbow Room, and I'm proud to say my Aunt Kim actually designed the 2 quilts on the tops, on the right and left here, the fence rail and the chevron, and she is a new quilter and she loves it. Let's go to the next room. So the next room, let's see what this theme is. This is the Oceanside or Day at the Beach room. And you'll notice it has a nice ocean feel to it. It's a bit of fun. Let's see if we can get some lights on. Nope, no lights. That's all right. We've got board shorts at one end, we've got the flip-flops or thongs, we've got the sea critters, and a nice ocean one in the middle where the parents' bed is. So the next room that we're going to is one of 2 isolation rooms. And this one is the secret garden room. And when we say isolation room, this is a completely self-contained unit if one of the children is having chemotherapy and needs to stay in isolation to avoid infection. They can be quarantined here with their family and be completely comfortable. They've got a complete living dining area, fully stocked kitchen, and a good number of beds for everyone. I feel like my kid's making a YouTube video. I think they'd do better than me on narrating. But anyway, so this is one of 2 isolation rooms. And when we go to the other wing of the house for the other 4 rooms, you'll see the other quilts as well. So let's come back down this way. We're going to walk over to the other wing of the house. And the first phase of this house took 11 years of fundraising and for a cost of over $5 million. And it was built towards the idea of expansion. The next wing of the house will be another 12 rooms that will be added on here, but the core of the house will remain uninterrupted. And so that was a very strategic move on their part, especially with all the fundraising efforts going on. So let's come down and look at this wing of the house. And this room we're about to look at is the Halloween room. I love Halloween. I've been collecting lots of Halloween fabrics, so we have a lot of fun in this room. As you can see, Halloween has arrived. This particular quilt in the middle has 146 different Halloween prints from my collection from the States. No duplicates. I think there might be one. I still haven't been able to find it. So maybe you can. So let's go see what the next room is. We've got 3 more rooms to see, as well as the volunteers room. So we're about to see one of the standard rooms now. And this one is the dogs and cats room. So come on in. And as you can see, we've got lots and lots of dogs and some very scaredy looking cats on the quilts in this room. And the volunteers had a lot of fun making these. The entire project here, I think I mentioned before, took us 5 years and almost 70 volunteers to make these quilts, over 50 quilts. The next room is the Magic Castles room, made by one of our local quilt groups here in Orange. And every single one, I believe all of these were original designs, except for one of the patterns here. The one on the parent bed here has a nice story to it. All the fabrics that are in it are actually scraps from all of the different quilts on the child beds to tie it together under one roof for the parents. So we have one more theme room to show you. After you see all the gorgeous quilts here in the Magic Castles room, we've got one more room, and it's the other isolation room. And I think this one's one of my favorites. Makes me want to come and stay and rent a room here, even though it's not for rent. This is the Jungle Room. And it is very, very bright and fun. Another local group here in Orange, the Schoolhouse Quilters. They generously donated all these fabrics from their stashes and made all of these quilts. They also made the fun bed pillows for the kids to hug, and the very fun jungle-y themes. You'll also see a scenario of all these quilts featured in Handmade magazine last month, where they actually did a jungle room spread and showed all of these quilts together, and they look amazing. So we have one last room to show you, and it's the room where the volunteers stay when they stay overnight, because this is a 24-hour facility where they receive families coming in the middle of the night if there's accidents. So I wanted to make sure that we volunteers staying here actually had nice quilts to sleep under as well. It's a nice happy room. It's a pull-out couch. So if what we find is a lot of the volunteers that like to spend the night might be grandparents and they bring one of the grandchildren with them for a fun overnight trip. And this particular quilt, some of these scraps were actually from a quilt I made for my mother for her birthday. And I'll use the rest on these two quilts here. So when my mom sees this, she'll love it. Although that probably just spoiled the birthday surprise. And there you have it.